Hi guys, in this video we are going to be looking at how we can add stuff to our plain background in Adobe Photoshop. This is Twisted Creative. Alabi Manuel is my name. If it's your first time on this channel, please do me a favor. Do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Not only by hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the next video. Without wasting much time, let's jump into it. This is the model we are going to be using, and we are going to be adding this as a background to it and this other one as background to it also, to see how this image is going to look like. So we are going to be starting by selecting this image and use our move tool to pick it from here and drop it directly on the image. Then have to spread it all the way up and down to fit the frame. So we have it like this, then hit OK. Then we have to change the blend mode of this to overlay. Then after changing the blend mode, you have to make sure the image is selected and go to your object selection tool and drag it around the image. Then you can also disable this image to see this other image clearly. So we have to check and see the selection and see how perfect it is and the area we need to correct. So we have to pick up our lasso tool and add the area which were not selected and remove the area which is not supposed to be selected. If you take a look at the lasso tool now, you notice if I hold my Alt down, you have a minus sign added to it. But if I let go my Alt and hold down my Shift, it has a plus sign added to it. So we have to know when we are using the plus sign and when we are using the minus sign. There is also a tutorial here that you can watch to get a clear view of what I'm talking about lasso tool, how to use lasso tool very well. We are going to add this area which is not selected and is supposed to be selected. So we have to hold our Shift down and you have the plus on it, then we'll add it to the selection. The other way around, we have to hold our Alt down to get the minus sign to remove this area which is not to be selected. Then the same thing applies to this area. I have to remove this area with minus, hold your minus, Alt as minus, then remove the area that is not supposed to be among the selection. Then we are adding up here, so have to hold your Shift and add. But you don't need to keep holding the Shift. Immediately you have your selection started, you let go. Then we have to hold our Shift and let go. Hold our Alt and let go. Continue. Then we'll see how this area, we have to hold our Alt here to start the selection, then let go. You don't really need to be that precise. I know you might be wondering why we are cutting out the hair. We are not removing the hair, but the background, the part of that background, that is what we are reserving there. So this area also, you have to hold your Alt to create minus selection. Alt also here. Alt here. Then you have to hold your Shift here to add up this area. Hold your Shift to add up. Alt to remove. Alt to remove. Shift to add. Shift to add. Alt to remove. Shift to add. can also expose this area by using our Alt to remove this area. So I think we're done with the selection now. The next thing we have to do is to enable this image and pick up your lasso tool, then right click and feather. Then feathering with 2 should be okay. Then hit OK for 2. Then you push your delete button like 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So we have the image like this. So taking a look at this image now, it is done. It is done. Just take a look at it. Let's deselect and see. Check the background. Something is added to the background which is not that visible but makes a huge difference, a lot of a difference, you know. If you take a look at it now, you notice that it's better than what we had before, as in the plain background. So if we disable this now, we'll see the before. Then if we enable it after, this is before, this is after. So there are some little things you can tweak your client with and they will be amazed at what you did. So let's see the other background and see how it's going to look like also. Then we have to pick this background. We use our move to pick the background and drop it on the image. Spread it all the way up, then all the way down. All the way down. Then reposition to suit the position and hit OK. Then we have to disable this and go to blend mode and choose overlay. By this time, we are not going to make the selection again because the selection has already been done. It's only for you to go to the previous background and hold your control, then click on the background. You see the selection out. What you are going to do, pick up your lasso tool, then right click and select inverse. Then after selecting inverse, then you right click and feather. Then you hit OK for 2, then delete 3 times. Initially, we did not select inverse, but why we are selecting inverse, because as we are using this selection, it is selecting the opposite, as in the opposite of the selection. That is why we inverted the selection. So now you can see what we have from the new looking background. You have a new looking image. So let's deselect with Ctrl D and deselect and see. This is it. This is before and this is after. This is before. This is after, this is before, this is after. Then for the other one, let's disable this and see this is before for the other one and this is after. This is before, and this is after. It's a very little change, but makes a huge difference. As you can see, it's very, very easy. A little difference, great impact. And that is it for today's video. If you find it interesting, helpful, and useful, let us know in the comment section telling us where it has helped, where it has not, and the area we need to improve on. Like I said earlier, if you are new on this channel, please do me a favor. Do me a favor by hitting that subscribe button. Not only by hitting that subscribe button, also ring that notification bell so that I don't miss any of the next video. Thanks for watching today's video. Creative Poe. Keep on creating. Please stay creative. Keep on creating. See you in the next video. Bye.